Why hello there. This is a video that was a long time in the making. This and the next video that I'm gonna record. I haven't posted any of the videos I recorded, but the next video I got recorded will be the one long time coming. And this is the box video. I forgot this out like a mirror, so this is backwards. So just give you everybody know. This is a box I've been working on since I say December-ish of last year. Um, this is for the YouTubes. I will eventually make a new version of this one day. Um, with all the mistakes I learned from this, because let me tell you, it came out atrocious. As a matter of fact, I was just about to put off some tape that I just realized was on there. Not all of them came out bad, but let me break down the entire experience before y'all see me, or while y'all see me paint this. So one thing I want to say is, when I first saw it, it wasn't really painted. I was waiting for the laser to be working, and I was like, you know what? Let me paint it. And what did I went and painted it. This was my first attempt. I tried using spray paint, which is why it feels weird and kind of like ugly. And I didn't really know the order I wanted to do it, so it kind of gross looking. This became like my experimental one, cause I even sprayed some after spray to make sure it lasts long. Which is why it looked kind of uneven at some points. It kind of rougher, cause I don't think it coated evenly. Um, and like there's some point of the box I wish I improved on. You can tell that I didn't really tape this. I used Scotch tape, and I shouldn't have. And altogether, the product of this is kind of rough. If I do another one in the future, I'm gonna buy a whole other box for it, or like just copy the inner design. Maybe get YouTube work for me. But yeah, so the process was very peculiar from the start because I wasn't sure exactly on what I wanted to do. I don't know like told y'all this, but the first design was actually going to be made out of acrylic. It was gonna be just like these ginormous slabs of acrylic that all had the logo names on it. Before I get started, let me show you the rest of the sides. This is what I'm paying now. But yeah, so you know, uh, it was going to be like these two ginormous slabs of acrylic, that I was gonna use for like labeling them, but all gonna be different colors and whatnot. And this was before I even got the box out. Um, so but then Hoffman was like, you know what you could do instead, and that wastes all my material. He didn't say curse word. But instead of wasting the material, what I could have done instead was just put it on wood. So that's what I decided to do and make it out of wood. There are some stuff that I do want to adjust. Like I don't have the magnets just yet. But I would like to put some magnets right here. You can see them. And right here, so I can just slide them on. And yes, you might be like, well, where's the front side at? The glass is not currently in there, but I do have glass for it. Just to let y'all know, right? But yeah, so after that, we decided, you know what, let's use wood. And it took a bit of estimating to figure out, what exactly I'm going to look like. From the size that we thought it had to be and whatnot, to like, kind of how big it had to be. So this isn't even the first attempt. Even though I was gonna repurpose this for someone I knew, I decided against it. This was actually the first attempt, but it was too small. You can see I sent it down two of the sides because I was gonna engrave it for that person. I might do it still, maybe for like a friend if we get laser up and working. But like, you know, the plan kind of got scrapped because this was too small. So yeah, this was the original design that we had. But now we went with this one. And it also a step up because instead of being magnetic, we were gonna originally have a lash design, but my name was cooler. And if I ever do this again, we will have LEDs inside of it, so it will look way better. Um, you can kind of tell a bit out the box and scrapped up a little, which I do not like, but that's my fault for not putting in a more secure area. Let me wipe some of that stuff off. But yeah, I got paint, my guy.
I don't know, I'm just trying to get the gist
But
of where it would be done.
So we had to design it, and then I came up with this basic design of game theory, and then this wasn't the first design I came up with. I might show some imagery of it. I don't think I have any, but the original design was just their banner, but I couldn't really get it done exactly. Um, but I did learn how to do it later. Um, when I was gonna figure out what I wanted to do for the back, because I see it's empty, and that might be how I stay for most of the lifetime. Uh, I don't know how long that's gonna last, but the box gonna last. But when I was designing the back, I learned how to do it, but I couldn't really fit it on there properly, and I could was trying to get it edit, but I couldn't really do it when it comes to the logos. So what I decided to do instead was a pretty basic logo. Um, I just realized I forgot to bring one color in, but it's
We
whatever.
only need gray.
Are you colorblind?
Oh yeah, we need black. Go
Yeah.
grab it.
Let me pause this recording real quick. So then, because it was too big, I decided to try to make it go side to side with. Also, I came back to the wrong point. My bad. So I wanted to have it be like game theory icon and then their logo banner here. I know that the green one doesn't really show up well on camera. I did not take that into account when I do this. So I'm gonna show you this one. Nope.
No, you grab the right thing.
Yeah. So I went with a basic design instead, just writing the name, and I went with a font that I like. I was gonna do the time voice font, but the program that we do have doesn't have it, so I decided to go with Common Sense. Also, while yes, this one I did by myself completely, and I did this one by myself. I like to thank Trinity for doing that one because it looked way better. I messed up a little, but she did a really good job doing it. Oh, okay. Um, so yeah, thank her. But yeah, so the overall experience with this was actually really fun. Don't paint the words. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you paint the words black.
No, I painted this black one. Uh, actually, I can talk about it. So this one, as you know,
That it'll make it pop out better.
Yeah, I have painted. This one might not be. I wanted to keep this one the same because this one it's so messed up. But this one I got because it broke down into spray paint two colors because that's how the spray paint went. So I tried to give into it and it popped out. Um, then on the film series side, I had painted the side with blue to get the paint off. And someone was like, Jay was like, oh yeah, I think it would look better. Or Jay does reviews say it would look better if I didn't do that. But it was already too late. I couldn't remove it. So I was like, you know what, I'll work with it. Um, stylish. And then film theory is the way that I essentially would like it to be. It's not perfect, but it's essentially what I would like it to be. Um, with the overall look of it. And I think I might do a just pretty basic, the same design for Food Theory 2. I meant to say film at first. But yeah. When it comes to designing of it was very kind of frustrating because I was really focused on this one design aspect, but I couldn't necessarily get it done. So it was kind of hard for me to like move past that. But it was overall a kind of easy design because I have a lot of experience doing it. Um, and got more sense of that how they would like up my skills to the point where I could use their banners. That way, without needing to use their banners, I couldn't use their banners, but I can kind of now, and I did. Um, and hopefully being written back. The process was a lot of overall flaws. Some of it was money. I didn't have the money for the lights, so I didn't put them on there. But some of it was just like actual, like, oh, that's skill issue. Like, write this. Uh, I use a knife, a Zato knife instead, but maybe if I would have just saw it down with it, it would have came out better. But there was a layered decision to add. Um, but I do like how it came out overall. I do know that there are multiple improvements I can make, and if I ever do make this again, I definitely will make them. Uh, as it like realistically could be way better. Um, I don't know how much this would have cost if I didn't have the laser engraver, but if you ever think about doing it, I would say it's really fun. And really easy to do. If I had more like resources and whatnot, I probably would have made this out of like uh maybe still wood, maybe not. Most likely I probably made out of 3D printed materials, a slot like have the base frame be out of like steel, like each core would be made out of steel. The front would still be acrylic, see through. And then I would probably have it so you can slide them in and out. Uh, but each one would still use that magnetic mechanism outside maybe one that way you could turn it up. But like essentially you would just like slide in where you want and slide out where you want. Uh, that way you can get multiple different design, multiple different uh ways you set it up. So side, and be able to switch out. Probably would have also made it a little less rectangular and maybe square. But I had to kind of like the rectangle design. But overall, I do like how it came out. Um, are you paying the?
I'm doing something. I learned this back in elementary school. Don't worry. I remember.
Okay. Yeah,
It
but the point
it'll
was
look
for
good.
me to paint this myself. But I sure hope you didn't.
I didn't fuck up. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's acrylic paint. You
Yeah.
can paint over acrylic paint with acrylic paint.
Yeah. I'm
So,
saying.
so I didn't fuck up. I learned this in elementary school.
First of all, this is going on our YouTube, so just so you know.
Oh yeah,
It's also going
I'm
on
also
mine.
the editor, so I can just bleep out the word.
Well, yeah, you're only gonna be editing on the TSA one, not my personal one. But this is gonna come up raw, and it's gonna be so funny. Um,
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't edit your videos. I only edit my
yeah,
videos and the TSA videos. Okay,
yeah.
I don't need that much.
But it was really fun to do, especially because game theory has a humongous impact on my life. Um, on a lot of aspects, but I will say pretty much what caused me to really like science and math more than anything else. So when I went into this, I wanted to do it as grandiose as I could, had it be as cool as I could make it. Um, because I wanted to show my appreciation for them, and like I think I did a good job. Like it could be better, but I think it overall showcases flaws and whatnot that comes with you trying and me trying to be creative when it comes to this form. Because like this is something I probably would have never done if I wasn't in TSA. But you know what? I wouldn't have been in TSA if I never watched Math App. So I am proud of what I did. Despite it looks bad. I'm not gonna lie. Especially the top is the one that looked the worst. Everything else is pretty alright.
I used too big of a paintbrush, but it's fine. I grabbed too big of a paintbrush.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Um,
I actually.
and I actually would love to do this again. Outside my own design, I would like to do this again. YouTube, especially if y'all would be willing to collab. Um, our laser engraver isn't working right now, so that's why the back isn't done. Uh, but I would love to do this again, whether it be like collaboration or for my own work. Um, I wish I recorded the process of it in like the days when I was like, you can ask him. There was like times where I was sitting at the computer for like the entirety of the meetings, just trying to get like to work out the little bit of details.
Yeah.
And like keep in mind, this was last semester, and like I would be coming in during gym, uh, trying to work on it during swag, working on it. Like I spent a lot of time working on it because I was really trying to make it as perfect as I could get it. Um, and I think it kind of showcased my skill as I went on. As like you can see with the film, I think I did the film very recently.
Hmm.
Is like kind of the best looking one out of the bunch, and I think that's just a great showcase on how I have evolved over time. Um, yeah, I really do enjoy the design. It's kind of nostalgic looking back on it because this is like near the end of my design, and really it would be my first and I think only project that I have completed in TSA. I don't mean like setting stuff up in TSA. I mean like
Jesus.
this would be my first project that I've like done
It's like, what
completely
the?
myself. Not something to sell, not something that I just went to fiddle around with, but like my own thing. And I'm really proud of how it came out.
You should be.
Um, and I really would like to have y'all support us and try to make more of these because, quite frankly, if y'all want, I could teach y'all how to do it. Because, like I said, um, before we stop talking, of course, uh, for reasons, um, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not a good person sometimes, and like hating on people. I'm trying to become better, but
Do you have a thing down there, like a finish line? No.
oh yeah, I remember a lot about that. But I should have designed more stuff. And I'm considering what to do with it. So, if you have any suggestions on what I should put down below, because this is too small for the YouTubes. Uh, I will have to say like this down a little, but it's too small for the YouTubes. So I don't know what I'm gonna put in here. But yeah. That's pretty much it for today's video because a lot of what I want to talk about is the crux of it, and like I remember it very vividly, but a lot of it we use a lot of hours at the thing. Because one thing that I will say that more than anything else, TSR taught me is that it takes a while to design things, and sometimes you might be so focused on like one design aspect that you completely ignore another. There are multiple designs that I could have probably done better, but I was so focused on this one aspect that I just didn't pay attention to another one. And I think that that's one of the great things about Hoffman, even though he's not always in here outside of scaring us just now. One of the things that I would say it was very beneficial to have them here was because sometimes you just so focus on what you want that you don't realize, hey, there might be an easier way, or more importantly, this will look better. And I think that me kind of letting go of some of my stuck upness um, is actually really good because if I were to continue being so stuck up on like the tiny details on this would have never been done. Because like this would have been redone 1,000 times. This would have been redone 1,000 times. Like I would have redone this stuff so many times, but here we are near the end of the journey. I'm probably gonna post a short when we finish this journey. Um, it's funny because I guess the start of this journey started with a edited video, and yet the end of this journey won't end with a edited video. Just end with you know, just in. But with that being said, yes, this is an video.
Is that like good idea to paint the black and then have this be yellow so it pops out more?
I did not want that.
Well, it's gonna pop out more, so
Just paint the bottom and nothing else. I paint like
I was only gonna paint this part black and then have like the yellow up here.
no, just paint the bottom black, like from right here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
to
do.
right here, but don't paint anything else because I think it does look better without
That's what I was gonna do.
the yellow. I think the top will look better without the yellow.
I put black there.
He said that he could do it for me while I record this video.
And I did.
He is messing up this. I said from the start, let me tell you, these don't know how to listen. And I can't wait until I redo this though. Hopefully next time I redo it, it will way better, and I won't have someone else to do it for me who don't know how it.
Hey,
But
you never told me what to do. You just
no. I said, and I quote,
you said, and
I
you
might
quote.
plan. Even in the video, I was like, I'm just gonna paint the logo. You literally asked me, hey, do you want to paint this black? I'm like, no. You're like, you want to paint anything else black? I'm like, no, just paint the logo because it looks best when you do that.
I don't think that. That's the problem. I have an artistic brain. I
Yeah,
have an
you have an
ADHD.
artistic brain,
I
and
have
your
an
brain
A,
is wrong.
I have an ADHD brain and OCD brain and what else? What is that thing where everything has to be specific to how you like it?
A
OCD?
narcissist,
No, no. It's like if something's off, like
a
let's
donkey.
let's say this was not straight. Like I would have to force myself to make it straight. What is that
That's
called?
OCD.
OCD. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have OCD.
I'm gonna end the video. Shout out to YouTube and
Thank you, YouTube, for
Game.
taking our money or his money, I
Yeah,
should say.
and also liking our posts.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they did like our post. I saw.
the rest of this video came out way more chaotic because someone don't know how to listen
Thank you
and
so
try to
much.
argue when he's actually wrong. Um, but yeah, I enjoy this. Also, if you have any ideas on what I should do with this, let me know. Um, I'm thinking about like either making it for myself, like maybe putting my YouTube logo right here, maybe TSA right here. I don't really know. Or maybe making it for like a friend of mine, or like someone special. I don't know. Um, but yeah, that'll be the end of today's video. See y'all next time. You can't even tell that's great.
Look, it's a work in progress, okay?
Okay.